Hey, in this video we're going to talk about landing uppercuts in thrill of the fight. I've seen a lot of comments. People are often struggling landing these or missing them a lot of the time. I know I miss them a lot of the time, but I'll tell you what I'm doing right when I do land them. Let's start off on the dummy. Okay, so you'll see these points here on the dummy. Those are the points you have to be really precise about hitting to land damaging punches. And damaging punches matter. Those are the punches that get you knockdowns. They're also the only punches that score in order to win rounds on points. So you'll see I've left the floor not cropped out on this video so you can see some of the footwork, because that is critical to landing the uppercuts for me. I really have to close the range because my uppercut distance is really only maybe a foot or so from my head. So for me, I've got to kind of keep the guard up, maybe slipping a punch along with stepping in is what I'll usually do. And then you can rotate the torso to throw either to the body or to the head and get back out. Always kind of keeping your guard up with your torso rotation. So what I like to do is train with a sparring partner, or one of the fighters, I should say. So we'll start off with the Duke on easy and just only throw damaging punches. Try to get that ratio of total punches up. Damaging punches to total punches up higher. As you get into the outclassed fighters, that's what they're throwing. They're basically only ever throwing damaging punches. And so you want to be doing the same in order to win rounds on points. So we're going to pair the head movement with a step in, and then we can step back out. And again, head movement, step in, rotate, and step back out. And I really like to throw to the body a lot with these uppercuts. It does a lot of the damage that I'll do in a round comes from these kind of like uppercuts that I'll step in and load the body up before getting back out. Now, if you want to set up uppercuts to the head, the hooks can be a helpful thing for opening the middle of the guard so that you can get an uppercut in. So we'll throw a couple hooks. Once we land a couple, his center guard should open up like that. You can step in and throw. Now he was moving and we landed on the body, which is fine. The body uppercuts work really well too. But let's try that again. Come on, open up that guard. So here he went down to that low guard, which is great for throwing hooks. Not a great choice for him because we were already throwing them. Let's get that middle guard opened up. There we go. Now I could step in and throw that uppercut. But don't forget to step in. So he's open in the middle. We step in and throw. He closed it off and started moving. We'll throw that again. There. So oftentimes pairing it with a hook to open up the center of the guard first, and then you can step in and throw. So a hook, and that didn't open it up. Hook again, that opened it up. Step in and throw. And often they land on the body, but again, that's okay. There we go, and get back out. So let's step up the pace to outclassed. Oh, could not continue. And why don't we switch on outclassed to someone who's really difficult to land uppercuts, and I'll explain why he's so difficult to land uppercuts with Vega. Also, the champion can be tough, but I find Vega in particular. So we'll turn him up to outclassed. And you'll see he's good about getting his head back, which makes an uppercut really hard to land on the chin. So we'll see if we can find a moment where we can land an uppercut. So when he's got that center guard open is going to be our opportunity, but we have to get in without him slipping. So there, I was able to get in. I didn't land it, but that was the right timing because he was throwing, which means he's not moving his head. There we go. See, he moves his head back really fast. This guy's got great head movement. Makes him a challenging opponent. And he's good with speed and footwork for that matter. Let's see if we can open up something to the head. We should slow him down first with the body hits actually. So we'll do that. Let's try and practice that torso rotation form. And sometimes you can double up the torso rotations and get 2 good uppercuts in. There we go. I saw the opportunity with that open middle guard and he closed it. So we'll go back to some body uppercuts. Trying to rotate that torso more than we use our arm. He's good at guarding and head movement, this guy. So he's a challenging opponent for this, which is a good way to train. Yeah. There we go. We landed it. It wasn't terribly successful. I don't think it was right on the point it needed to be on. It's got great head movement. Seeing our right hook coming like that. Very fast reaction. So we'll slow him down a bit by doing more body damage. There we go. So you saw I paused for just a second longer before that follow-up to make sure I'd really loaded up and engaged my core in the torso twist. So here we just finished a fight with Vega, and we can look at the post-fight stats to see some of how the damage mechanics work. On average, I only threw 59% of my total punches were actually damaging punches, whereas 95% of his were. There was only one knockdown in the fight, and that was in round 3. He knocked us down. But otherwise, you can see in the gold numbers here, the yellow numbers, that's what took fights when there's no knockdown. So rounds 2 and 4, we won by doing more damage. And it's really only these damaging punches that you throw that will count toward your round score. Whereas he won round 1 on damage because he output more damage. So doing damaging punches really matters.